In the early 70s, the funk changed direction and went psychedelic. Picking up where James Brown left off was Mr. George Clinton, also known as Dr. Funkenstein, the extraterrestrial brother, the chocolate-covered freak in human habit form. Hey, George figured, the funk belongs to us all. So he ransacked James Brown's band. He borrowed the best of the boss's musicians, and together they worked on a new groove. The funk came out dancing.
Make mine the people. I want my funk uncut. Yeah, make my funk the people. I want to get funked up. I want the people. Yeah. Make mine the people.
Could you tell us what the P stands for in P-Funk?
Pure, uncut, as in no part water,
No
all
dilution.
funk. You know, not diluted. P-Funk is that attitude that you don't have to be organized, you don't have to, you know, it's like blues guys used to walk up and say, what key is this in? And just start playing.
Make mine the people. Make my funk the people. Don't step on my funk. Woo, let's take it home.
When I first went with George Clinton, the first record I did with him, I asked him, I said, well, what kind of horn arrangement do you want? And he said, something bad. The groundwork had been laid. I mean, the theory of one chord being okay, you can get a groove, you can vary a tune by just using one chord, by using different accents and different chord voicings and things like that. That had always been established by P.V. Ellis and James Brown and Nat Jones and all these people. But now George Clinton came and gave it a different type of wildness. I mean, it was a little more involved musically, because Boosie made some more intricate bass lines.
There's a lot of chocolate cities around. We've got Newark, we've got Gary. Somebody told me we got L.A. Yeah. And we're working on Atlanta.
You spearheaded two bands, Funkadelic and Parliament. Could you give us a description of why they differed? What was the difference between Funkadelic and Parliament?
Funkadelic was a black version of a rock band type of situation, playing funky music with the same kind of, you know, electronics as Jimi Hendrix, Led Zeppelin, Cream, and all of that. That was Funkadelic. That is Funkadelic. You know, lots of noise, and not necessarily organized backgrounds. Parliament, on the other hand, since it was a vocal group from the beginning, we put our attention more into the layers of vocals, organized harmonies and horn parts, you know, really sophisticated. Bernie Worrell, Fred Wesley, from the James Brown horny horns, or you know, the JBs, you know, which came to us through Bootsy. Yeah. So we got all of the JB sound of James Brown mixed with Funkadelic, and you get that Parliament sound.
What was the attraction of working with George? Why did you want to work with him?
Because I wanted to be just as wild and crazy as he is. And, I never made it to be as wild as crazy as he is, but I love reaching for it, you know. He's definitely been an inspiration to me, and just everything. Him and James, those two are like two extremes, you know. James he's extreme on his side, which he takes care of business, he's on it, he's this. That's where I got that part of it from. And George is loose. And I love both of them, you know, both of them got the really great points, you know, and I love it. I just happened to get caught in the middle of it.
Dr. Funkenstein here, preoccupied and dedicated to the preservation of the motion of hips. Sing! We love you, funk, you Funkenstein, your funk is the best. Take my part and give it a mind to funk with the rest.
George was the ringmaster. George doesn't play instruments that I know of. He can't sing. But George was a guy who was a catalyst. None of these guys he had together have done as good, did as interesting work since they left him. Even Bernie Royal and Junie Morrison and all these great talents. He just had a way, he just got them all together. And he had this concept. That's the other thing that he brought to it that was different from James Brown. And it's a very important difference between the 60s and 70s in general, is that he conceptualized, we'll have spaceships come down. We'll have, you know, Dr. Funkenstein, we have weird names, we have all kinds of code names. Our album covers will have all of these different graphics which give all these different code words we have. Those are things. James is basically a musician with a very sort of traditional capitalist point of view. George was more of an anarchist.
Put your hands